In 2025, a major shift has taken place in the U.S. immigration system, and it's sending shockwaves across the world. The Trump administration has introduced a bold new policy targeting international students, and it's not about academic performance or financial documentation. It's about your social media. Yes, the United States is now expanding its vetting process to include a deep analysis of your online activity, your tweets, your posts, your comments, and even your likes. If you're planning to study in America, what you say or share online could now be the deciding factor in whether your visa is approved or denied. This is part of a broader tightening of immigration policies under President Donald Trump's 2025 term. The State Department has officially paused all new visa interviews for F, M, and J categories, the types used by students, vocational learners, and exchange visitors. Why? Because the government is preparing for the rollout of enhanced social media screening protocols. Until these new systems are fully in place, no new interviews will be scheduled. Existing appointments will continue, but the message is clear. Major changes are coming. So what's actually being checked? Applicants will now be required to list their usernames and handles from platforms like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and even YouTube. Immigration officers will then scan through years of content, looking for anything they believe may indicate a threat to national security, anti-US sentiment, or support for groups considered controversial. For instance, if you've posted or supported messages linked to pro-Palestinian protests, criticized U.S. foreign policy, or expressed certain political beliefs, your visa could be flagged, or worse, denied. Supporters of the policy argue that in today's world, social media reveals a person's true intentions better than any paper document ever could. But critics say this is ideological screening at its worst, a direct attack on freedom of speech and academic freedom. They fear that students are being judged not by their qualifications or academic goals, but by their political opinions and cultural backgrounds. It's a troubling precedent, and it's already having an impact. Several reports from embassies and immigration lawyers indicate that visa rejections have begun increasing, often tied to vague reasons like inconsistencies in social media activity or potential security concerns. These terms are undefined and leave enormous room for bias. For example, a harmless meme or a political hashtag could be enough to raise suspicions. Even worse, some students have reported being questioned during visa interviews about their social media posts from years ago, posts they barely remember. This policy shift also raises serious concerns about delays. Because the new screening process requires more time and more detailed analysis, it's expected that visa processing times will increase dramatically. Students who were hoping to start their programs in the fall may now face months of waiting or have to defer their enrollment entirely. That's a huge setback for young people who have worked hard, earned scholarships, and dreamed of studying in the U.S. And let's not forget the economic impact. International students contribute billions of dollars to the U.S. economy every year. Universities across the country, especially public and private institutions, depend on that revenue. A drop in enrollment caused by visa denials or delays could spell financial trouble for many schools. Some institutions, like Harvard and NYU, have already voiced concern, warning that this new policy could hurt both academic diversity and institutional funding. Now, what does this mean for you? If you're a student applying for a U.S. visa, it's time to audit your online presence. That means reviewing your old posts, cleaning up your timelines, and thinking twice before engaging in political debates online. Even liking a controversial post can now come under scrutiny. Be consistent with the information you provide in your visa application. If your digital footprint doesn't match your stated intentions, that could raise red flags. Also, avoid the urge to delete your accounts. That might seem like a smart move, but it can actually make things worse. U.S. authorities might see it as an attempt to hide something. Instead, keep your profiles clean, public, and professional. Stick to educational content, your hobbies, and academic achievements. Until your visa is issued, it's safest to stay away from controversial discussions or politically charged content. But here's the million-dollar question. Is this even legal? The short answer is yes, at least under current U.S. immigration law. The government has broad authority to determine who can and cannot enter the country. But that doesn't mean there won't be challenges. Civil liberties groups are already preparing lawsuits, claiming that this policy violates free speech rights and could lead to discrimination against certain nationalities or religious groups. Universities are also pushing back. Many are urging the Biden administration and Congress to step in and review the legality and ethical implications of this policy. But for now, the rules stand. The digital border has become just as real and just as intimidating as the physical one. In the past, your grades and your test scores got you into a U.S. university. Now, your tweets might keep you out. The State Department is expected to release full guidelines on this social media screening policy in the coming days. Until then, students around the world remain in limbo, uncertain about their future, their studies, and their dreams. The fear of being judged for past political views or cultural expressions is very real, and it's changing the way students think, speak, and even exist online. So, here's what you can do right now. First, talk to your school's international admissions office. They'll have the most up-to-date advice on how to navigate this new policy. Second, consult an immigration lawyer if you've ever posted anything remotely political. Third, take control of your online presence. Every post counts. Every comment matters. And in today's world, silence might be safer than expression, at least when it comes to crossing borders. In closing, we are entering a new era of immigration, where technology, surveillance, and politics are more tightly woven together than ever before. Your passport and your visa might still be on paper, but your digital identity is now being stamped and reviewed too. It's a powerful reminder that the internet is no longer a separate space. It's part of your real-world profile. And when you apply to study in the U.S., your social media follows right behind you.